All right, so next up here in the series on smoke and fire, I'm going to get into something that I actually touched on in the first video of the series, but now I really want to get into it again, especially based on what I'm seeing on Facebook in the last couple days, and people just continuously about fire, expressing what I call the Smokey the Bear viewpoint. All fire's bad. Got to get rid of all fires. Well, what's really bad? Fires are actually natural. I've said it before, I'm going to keep saying it. If you want to try and eliminate fire from the landscape, you may as well try and stop a sunrise from happening. About the same thing. You know, fire's actually supposed to be here. We're not. Think about that. Fire is a natural thing. It's a natural element. Earth, wind, and fire, maybe you've heard of it. Fire's supposed to be here. We're not. Stupidly, very stupidly, about 70 years ago, we began to become very effective at removing fire. And of course, in those days, the incentive was preserving timber, preserving the value of the land. Bad mistake. Nobody ever looked for even a moment at what the landscape was like, forgot what the first settlers arriving here described, what some of the earliest pictures of this area showed. You look at pictures from back in the 1900s to 1940 time frame of the forest of southern Oregon and northern California, and go out and take pictures anywhere now and look at it, you see the difference. Those pictures from the early 1900s through 1940, you're looking at pictures here of forest in Jackson County, and when I look at it, I actually thought, well, that looks like the Ponderosa forest over east of the Cascades. How did it look that way? Fire coming through at regular intervals, reducing the amount of vegetation, clearing out the dead stuff, clearing out the fuel loads. Totally different looking landscape. 1940s come along, heavy equipment, bulldozers everywhere. Aircraft comes into play, helicopters, air tankers. We get better, more effective ways at getting to fires and on top of them. Not to mention, as already previously discussed, the thousands and thousands of loggers out there. And the next thing you know, we did the most stupid thing mankind has done yet. Eliminated fires. Worse, we set an expectation in everybody's minds that you can keep fires from happening. No, you can't. Like I said, try and stop a sunrise. It is totally irrational, totally unreasonable to think that you can stop fires from happening. It's also totally irrational and unreasonable to just declare all fires bad fires. Case in point, Redwood National Park right now has a small little fire burning up in the trees. That's right, up in the canopy. They actually are managing it through the use of sprinkler systems placed in the trees. Very cool idea, something brand new to me. I'd never heard of it. So I bring that up on the Facebook page. The reactions by some are priceless, to say the least. Hysterical, overwrought, oh no, oh my goodness, I hope they put it out. No, actually, I hope they don't put it out. See, those redwoods, our forest here, they're supposed to have fire in them. They're evolved to have fire in them. What right do we have to come along and take away a critically essential, needed thing? Because we're paying the price for it now. Because we went from over-suppression of every single fire to, well, now I dare say we have gone the other direction, especially on federal fires. Way too passive a response. Way too restrictive. End result, we get what we have now. Again, this is our normal since 2013. It's going to continue to be the normal. But back in August of 1987, we had all the loggers. We had a heck of a lot more resources. We didn't have nearly the restrictive rules on fighting fire on federal land. In August of 87, smoke filled the sky for months. That should have been the wake-up call. It wasn't. So I encourage you, do some homework. Start learning. Even if you're not going to listen to me, which I really don't care if you do or don't, honestly. But go find out. Fire is supposed to be here. Maybe you're not.